Hello, Yvie here. Just setting up my screen. I have a time-lapse video that I wanted to share, and I realised I didn't have it added to my, what do we call this, my setup. So I'm just going to try and add that whilst I get myself sorted, and I think it's going to be about adding a new file. So if I pause that one, because that's the old one, and go to properties. Here we go. Let's replace that. Okie doke. So take that back to the beginning. So I've got that ready. Let's go back to my main screen and connect my iPad. There we go. Let's add in Okie doke. Okie doke. So I want to open up why does that not appear to be a string? I really don't know how to keep the connection going. If I just refresh Behance, will that help? And naturally, let's take it back. I've noticed that anytime I try to type in the chat, my screen goes back to the intro, and I have no idea how to stop that from happening. It's like this quirk of the keyboard to try and deal with each of the windows. So and I've already crashed, so hopefully this one will stay running. The music is very Stardew Valley. I don't know what that is. I like the name Stardew though, that's lovely. Oh, it's a game. Oh, okay. So I had just been adding a time-lapse video. So I think that's what helped me to crash the first time. Anyway, I've added that, and now I'm just going to I'll go to the time-lapse page, and then you can watch it, and it's only about a minute or so. And there we go. That's where we're up to. So we'll just get this opened. I was just playing about with the butterfly, and more to just give me some colours. But then I had a look at pictures of butterflies and realised that's not how butterflies look. So I will be adjusting that one at some point. So yeah, I was going to take a look at the sky today. In the back, I wanted to figure out what I'm doing with the clouds, and I had some sort of idea about adding some funky colours of stars and things, which obviously isn't in the original, but it's how I do my work. So let's turn her off. Move these down. So it looks like I've got my stars on different layers. Okay. I need to get my clouds placed first, I think. I need to remind myself what brushes I used for the clouds. Could have been this French one actually. Let's have a look. I think I like that one. How is that different? That could be the one that I was using. Okey-doke. Sometimes I use the grid just to make sure I've got some straight areas. I thought that looked a bit skewy. I'm sorry if there's poor connection. We're having a bit of a storm, rainy day here, and I'm sure that it's not helping. Yeah, it just seemed to just sort of drop in and out a bit. I literally have no idea whether it's live or not. It just it seems to hang on by a thread sometimes. Okay, so I can get rid of the grid and the overlay. I'll get some of the colours in. Did I mess that one up? Looks a little bit wonky. Okay. Colour under a cloud or above? I never seem to remember what would look right, or if it even matters. I suppose if the shade is under the cloud, it means the light's behind it and higher in the sky. And this has something of a twilighty mixture. I think I'll go for underneath. I'm sure there's a technique to painting clouds. I suppose mine is to just try stuff and see what works. I have like an idea in my head, but I don't always know how to fully translate that. I think the idea I have is that they will not be so white and puffy, but at least they've got the shape of textured fluffiness. And I'll add some extra colours in, like yellows and pinks. Oliver said that's pretty much what I do with photo editing too. Try stuff and see how it looks. Yeah. I guess it also shows I don't draw clouds often enough to feel comfortable with a particular way of doing them, and so I tend to forget what I did the last time. I'm like, oh, I've got to start again, figure it out. I suppose that's why people do studies, and I'm just showing myself up as a bad student, but yeah, you did studies to practice techniques. So I guess I need to do some cloud studies. What's this brush I'm using? Kyle's Drawing Box Wet Charcoal. Right, I need to remember that somehow. What I should look at doing as well is the clouds that are further away should be darker, I think. Hey Yuma, how's it going? I haven't either, though, Yuma. Probably not for the same reason. But sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming, all of that new content to catch up with. Hope you're doing okay. Have you been working on a project? Is that why you've been up so much? Some deadline looming? Okay, I think I want to add some yellow. Tired, up all day and night, and had to do in check up in the morning as well. You know, I've got insomnia at the moment, so I'm usually falling asleep about between 5 and 6 in the morning. So my sleep pattern is horrific at the moment, which what have you seen, Oliver? I hope it's nothing too serious, Uma. If you're having to go for a checkup. Project Turntable stood out for you. I have no idea what that is. Project Turntable. Is that substance? 3D substance? Sounds like it could be. Illustrator. Oh, okay. Uma, do you want to see my most recent time lapse for this? Whilst I'm working on these clouds, they're going to take me forever. Alright, so it's like AI in Adobe Illustrator. Add extra bits to 2D drawings so they can be rotated like 3D. Is that what Sean was doing? When he made the chocolate fountain? Right, okay. Right, Uma, I'm going to show you the time-lapse video of Frida so far. Fingers crossed that this doesn't crash whilst I do that. Here we go. Oh, what's this thing you put in? Is that the... Hang on, what I'll do is... Oliver, should I add you as a moderator so you can put in links? Thanks, Uma. How do I add you as a moderator? Oh, I just need to type a name. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Oliver, I've just added you, so if you wanted to redo that, because if I do it, I'll end up probably going... I will jinx it. You've no idea. People keep adding you, but you've never live streamed. Maybe that's why you make a good moderator, because you haven't broken the system yet. I think you might need to refresh, because nothing's changed on my end. I hope I don't have to refresh. Okay, so that was my latest update of Frida. And yeah, trying to get these clouds done. Give them a little bit more depth and interestingness. He's the go-to mod for the community. It's almost like he's found a niche. It gives off mod vibes, I suppose. I'd be happy to add you as well, Uma, if you want to be a mod. I wonder if I have... You still haven't got the little thingy bob on my end, so I wonder if I have to refresh. I won't touch it for now. Bruce was asking why you're not a mod for Adobe. Yeah, I actually thought it would make sense for you to be one, and get paid for it. Or at least get some quirks. Now it's occurred to me the watercolour brush would probably be nice on these, but it's like, what? I haven't figured out my light angle. Yeah, I wouldn't think mods get paid. They should, but I suppose having a little star next to your name is possibly the payment, the celebrity status of a sort, of chat. Oliver. All right, yeah. I won't refresh, but at least I know. Uma, you can probably see the link if you refresh. Thank you for doing that, Oliver. We have to look on the bright side, Uma. At least the mods are on our side. Okay, I think I need a couple more colours to try and even this out. I was hoping to have this finished by today, but I keep forgetting how long it takes me to do stuff. Because next week and the week after, I was going to do something fun. I mean, everything I do is for fun, really. I was going to do some Halloween style stuff. So just sort of make stuff up, draw some witches, and goblins and ghouls and stuff. See what I can come up with. And also Folktale Week comes up in November. So maybe I could work on something with some folktales in mind. Okay, let's add some pinks. Pinks, so I think pinks are gonna go around the edges. I missed it as well, Uma. Jack being live. And I just have to remind myself I can't see everything. I literally woke up 5 minutes before Sean's stream yesterday. It was tough, but I made it. Now I have to remember that stars go behind the clouds because clouds are in our atmosphere and stars are not. Oh yes, it's as Oliver said at the beginning, it's the hunter's moon. Tomorrow, lunchtime for us, I think. And I think it's the moon at its closest point as well. Is that the perigee? Apogee is the furthest. Because I remember the moon that I saw last month when I got some photographs. We went up to the moors, or just at the beginning of the moors, just outside town, and the moon looked huge, and it's even bigger this time. And I've literally just got a notification on my watch telling me, go look at the moon. How funny. Right, some pics over here. $12.26 tomorrow, that's right. Perigee is closest and apogee is furthest. Is that what you said? Yes, it is. I think so. Perigee is the closest. Yeah, because it's perigee tomorrow. So what does that mean for us? More higher tides? Louder emotions? So I've got some pinks in there. This would have been just a cloud session, I think. Super spring tides. Yeah. Oliver says, I live in the land of floodplains and gravel pits, nowhere near the coast, no tides on our lakes. Is that your Cambridgeshire way, is that right? Or Norfolk? My brother lives near St. Neots, and he actually has a natural pond in his garden with a beautiful, really, really old willow tree next to it, which is beautiful, except that he also lives in effectively the flatlands. So, you know, a natural pond in your garden is the water table, I think. To think that it's that close. Northamptonshire, not far from Cambridgeshire, right? I mean, I live in a valley. I think we're 50 meters above sea level still. But at least I know that if the floods were coming in, you know, it's not far to go to get to above sea level. How far would you have to travel, Oliver? And even you, Emo, you're in country of flatlands, aren't you? Netherlands. Keep telling Tom we need to get a boat just to have it in the garden. So that, you know, we're ready to just float away if necessary. Yuma's on the highest part of the lowlands. Does that mean like an actual hill, or do you mean like an apartment? How far would you have to travel? Sorry, Oliver, I said, how far would you have to travel to escape the floods? You know, if the water levels to rise, how far until you reach a hill, basically? Oh, there you go. Yuma's safe. I think this one here needs some work. It's got a lot going on. It looks just ugly. Right, let's give it some green. Let's make it darker on the edging as well. Oh, Oliver lives on a hill. I feel like I've made a bit of a mess of this one. Let's try and get some more depth in it. Yeah, so a few hours, 2 hours from you, where would that lead you to, Uma? Would that be the Jute? Jute, northern France? There's hills there, I think, isn't there? So Oliver says the river here is managed as a canal, weirs and pumps and overflow reservoirs and stuff. We get flooding around it pretty much every year, but it doesn't usually cause any issues. We found, it's funny because in my town, my town's on a hill. It's like it's an old medieval town, so there's low parts to it, and those low parts are where it floods. And they built new houses in the lower parts, and it's just like there's a reason those fields were fields and not housing, and now they've like expanded so much into fields that were literally always flooding anyway. I don't know how they get away with that type of stuff. Let's give it a bit more. A little bit of shady. I won't say that out loud, Uma. But yeah, I do agree. Oh, Oliver, sorry, it's Oliver's comment. Okay, I think I'm happy with these so far. They look like clouds. Okie doke. I think I'll do 10 minutes of these stars. I need to decide what type of effect I want from them. I could have, let's turn this up. Oh, dark mode for Behance. It should just be standard as like the option, standard option. I hope it's not a pro thing. What do I do with these stars? Do I keep them colourful or do I make them smaller? Maybe I should try a constellation. Does it look like small? I might try constellation. Maybe some made up ones will be fine. For some reason, some of these are on a different layer. Real stars are colourful. Colourful at least. Yeah. I mean, it could be too big. I think I'll try a constellation just so they get those like nice sort of line directions coming off them. Okay. Where to start? Duplicate it and then I will edit a layer. Get rid of these big ones. tricky. I mean, it would be pretty cool to have real constellations. So let's see how I get on. Dun, dun. It's like a duck. Random constellations. Oh, this almost looks like Ursa Major. And this is making me think, I think constellations are exactly what I want, but I would like them to be real, which means more work for me. Okay, and that way I don't need to have the outlines, but I can make sure the colours are bright. And then I have this thing where I'm trying to follow. I put these back on as well. I need to sort that butterfly out. trying to follow this golden thingy bob. Which is why I've only got the stars on the one side. Okie doke. Let's do a version without that. And I'll do a screenshot. Cool. Okie doke. I think I will sign off from here. Thank you so much, Oliver and Uma, for keeping me company this evening. Many happy moon blessings to you for tonight, tomorrow, the next few days. Get some good rest. I think that's what we need from this moon, some good rest time. I know I do. Uma, I believe, will be streaming this weekend. Is it still 4 p.m. Central European time? Saturday and Sunday? Alessandra, I believe, is at the Max, so probably won't be streaming. Jane could be streaming Friday evening. Jane Bradbury. And then we're on to next week. Yeah, so Uma's at 4 p.m. Central European time. And Sean could be streaming tomorrow. I should write these down in advance because I catch myself out every time. Okie doke. Thank you so much, Uma and Oliver. Thank you for watching, and anybody else who was lurking in the background. And yeah, have a good weekend. Bye.